What the fuck is going on? There we go. So people have been asking how I am doing so much damage against hard mode bosses, during raid bosses, everything. Pretty much, in my opinion, the only build that is currently viable in the beta version of the game is Shrapnel. If you're not using Shrapnel, you're pretty much throwing, in my opinion. I'm sure I can be proven wrong with multiple different builds, but at the end of the day, I think Shrapnel is just king. So because of that, Div Evo, I think, is just the ultimate weapon. I'm working towards the legendary Shrapnel AR, which I don't quite have yet. But Div Evo is just really good for Shrapnel. It has a 25% base chance to trigger Shrapnel. And when you activate the gun or hold E, it increases that chance to 75%, increases the Shrapnel crit rate to 25 and the crit damage 25% for 12 seconds. Shrapnel takes 50% of your weapon damage and applies it to random body parts throughout the enemy, so it also hits all weak points, stagger points, everything. It's just extremely broken, to be honest. The mod that I'm running on Div Evo is called SMG damage. It just gives flat 15% damage to the weapon. I also rolled most of my mods. Now, these aren't perfect, but they're about as good as I can get them in the beta currently. Basically, any place where I can stack weapon damage, crit rate, crit damage, weak spot damage, shrapnel chance, or shrapnel damage, I'm stacking, along with reload speed and damage to deviants, pretty much stacking all of that. So you can see here, reload speed bonus, damage to deviants, special ammo trigger chance, and SMG damage. On the head, I'm using spearheading, which gives me weapon damage against enemies within 10 meters. That pairs pretty well with the SMG. I also rolled it for max HP, crit damage, weapon damage with a legendary slot, and special ammo damage, which increases my shrapnel damage even more. On my mask, I'm running deadly focus, which gives SMG damage. I also rolled it for SMG accuracy, damage against vultures, and crit rate, which is really good legendary mod at the end. On the gloves, I'm using steady shot, which gives me increased stability, accuracy, and weapon damage on my SMG, pistol, and shotgun. I also rolled it for SMG damage, crossbow stability, crit rate, and crit damage against Stardust Deviant. The last one doesn't really matter too much. On the boots, I'm running Vengeful Boost, which when the weapon is activated, which is pretty much any time it's available, my crit damage is another 50%. I also rolled it for weapon damage, SMG damage, deviant damage reduction, and movement speed. On the chest, I'm running torso damage reduction. This is pretty much the only damage reduction that I'm rolling on a mod. The other perks are max HP, psi intensity, which is always decent to have, damage reduction from Rosetta units, and special ammo trigger chance 20%, which is a huge legendary perk. And then on the pants, I'm rolling extra load. So when the magazine's empty, reload speed 20%, refills an extra 10% of bullets. This pairs perfectly well when activating your weapon. It has 2 legendary perks, weapon damage 8%, stamina recovery speed, max HP, and again, special ammo damage. So you can see anywhere where special ammo damage chance, weapon damage, SMG damage, crit rate, and crit damage can be rolled. You want to try to roll that as much as possible. I'm running the Barrett helmet, which gives me shrapnel +1 to all target areas and an extra 10% shrapnel damage. So this is pretty much a must-have for shrapnel builds. I'm running the heavy-duty mask for 1 piece for the max HP 10%. And then I'm running 4-piece Falcon gloves, where anytime my stamina is over 90, my crit rate is 10% and my crit damage is 20%. This also reduces my stamina cost of rolling and gives me 30 stamina on each kill. I'm a huge fan of the crossbow. The crossbow also inflicts a debuff called Bullseye, which increases the crit rate 30% against all enemies affected by Bullseye, and it lasts for 10 seconds. So this, I think, is just a god tier weapon as well. You can see my total stats here. My Div Evo is calibrated to +10. All of my armor is calibrated max to +6. So my total damage is 215 on the Div Evo, which is the base number. Psi intensity is almost 600. My HP is under 7,000. Anything under 7,000 starts to become a little bit squishy, but it's not too bad. It still works. This is just a glass cannon build anyway. My crit rate is huge, and this can get even higher too because not all of the perks are legendary. My crit rate is 51.4. My crit damage is 72.9. Weak spot damage is almost 79. My weapon damage bonus is 22.4. My submachine gun damage bonus is 43. My shrapnel damage bonus is 18. My shrapnel trigger chance is an additional 32%. And then I have pollution resist of 140, and my only DR is torso damage reduction of 30. So that's kind of the overview of the entire build and how it all works. None of it is perfect, but it is pretty solid and decently well optimized for the beta. Especially considering I jumped on this beta pretty late and haven't been able to grind too much over the last week or so. But this is a very solid build. This is how I am doing so much damage, and I'm pretty much able to melt any hard mode boss within a couple seconds. I don't know what kind of adjustments they're going to make to Shrapnel when 1.0 launches sometime super late this year, but I would be surprised if there wasn't some sort of change to it. I think Shrapnel is fine as long as other things are brought up. Like, I think things like burn just need a huge buff. I haven't really played too much with the other dot effects, but I think Shrapnel is just super strong. All right, so let's look at the Cradle. As far as the Cradle goes, I'm running SMG damage boost, which refills my mag by 20% on a kill and increases my crit rate by 25% over the next 5 bullets. Once again, more crit damage. Deadly combo increases the base damage multiplier by 30% upon a weak spot hit with special ammo, which is going to be happening all the time. SR crit boost. Oh, I guess I'm not using this. Disregard that. Psi intensity 30% when the weapon is activated. That's just free damage. Bullet hunt upon a kill with a special ammo effect. So shrapnel. Weapon damage is 30% for 3 seconds. Tactical combo damage is 25% for 9 seconds if the mag is over half full after a kill. Otherwise, switching weapon speed is 30%. Weapon damage 15%, and frontline reinforcement is just easy. And then to pair with my crossbow damage, this one is really nice because it has a high chance to refill your arrow upon crossbow damage boost. I think this is really good for stronghold clearing and whatnot. Everything else is really good for bossing and just raw damage. So yeah, that is pretty much the whole build, from gear to Cradle to mods to everything. And as far as for video sake, I'll probably show clips of me just melting the hard mode bosses so you can see what it looks like in action. So yeah, cue those. Oh my god. Easy, dude. I could have done it again if I wanted to. Now we're gonna get really close. Dude, I swear that attack is not dodgeable. Yeah, dude, I just don't think that's possible to dodge. I really don't. I think you have to take the portal on that one. That's like the only thing I can actually think of. Easy! Did I play through DLC? I did. I did. Wow. Yeah, nice hard mode boss, bud. Nope, you little shit. Destroyed. I'm actually gonna pick up one of these. Try to melt one of the oh, I'm gonna get wrecked. Jesus. That's bullshit, man. I'm dead. I forgot about the shadows. So dumb. I forgot about the shadows.
Big 5-0.
What the fuck is going on? Dude, why does he keep... Why do he keep whipping out a grenade? There we go. Yo, up, buddy. Oh, nice heals, my friend. Nice heals. Nice heals, mate. Heal. Nice heals, mate. Alright, let's pick up the shit. Fuck you, pal. Absolutely sauced. There we go.